Snapshot 3 for Minecraft 26.3 is here with some big changes for pack makers with data-driven brewing recipes and composting, new post-effect support, and more news for custom world generation. My name is Sliced Lime and this is a showcase. Let's start with commands and with a new post-effect command. This command allows enabling and disabling post-effects for certain players. A post-effect is a special shader that exists in a resource pack on the client, and the server cannot know if the requested one actually applies. The post-effect command has subcommands for adding, removing, listing, and clearing all post-effects from a player. Another changed command is the place command, and specifically the place feature subcommand. That now supports a feature being specified in-line directly in the command as well as reference to one in a pack. A number of command bugs have also been fixed, with the random command now giving the right range in the error message, the namespace no longer being required in the schedule command, and a number of commands no longer reporting success results when no changes are made, including the game rule, fill biome, and time commands. Let's move on to some of the new data-driven types. Brewing recipes are now data-driven through a new Minecraft brewing recipe type. A brewing recipe has an input field and a reagent field. Both of these have a required item field, which is an item ID, as well as an optional potion contents field, which is a potion contents component predicate. Brewing recipes also have an output field, which is the result of the brew as an item stack. With this, all the vanilla brewing recipes are now available in data packs under recipe/brewing. This also comes with some changes to the potion contents predicate format, which now supports matching the contents of potions in a more refined way, using any combination of matches for the potion type itself or component predicates on the effects in the potion. The previously empty predicate registry now also has two entries by default: tool/can silk touch and tool/can shear, which are used from many loot tables. The next new thing is also related to loot tables, this time in the form of number providers. They now have their own registry and can be referenced from that registry rather than inlined. There are three new types of number providers. Number dispatcher returns the first case that matches out of a list of cases, or a default if none matches. Each case is made up of a predicate and a number provider for the value to provide in case the predicate matches. Conditional value is a simple true-false switch on a predicate with on-true and on-false number providers. And a weighted list provides a randomly picked value from a weighted list of number providers. The set of named number providers in the built-in pack is rather small, with most number providers still existing inline in other types. The registry is made up of compostable entries, which return the number of layers to add when composting an item. These number providers are referenced from a new type of item component called compostable. That component is a single field called layers, which references a number provider like those we just talked about, specifying how many layers to add. There are other follow-ups to last week's edition of the block transformer component as well, which now has an optional update from neighbor's boolean field, and bugs have been fixed, including them not working with rule-based state providers and block items not working with block transformer components. Let's talk about some environment attributes. The bed rule attribute now has a destroy on use field instead of explodes, and there is a new destroy on leave field. This format is now also used for a new environment attribute called gameplay/straw bed rule. Some quick fixes for entities. The sulfur cube hot damage type now works properly when the sulfur cube has an item equipped in its main weapon slot. The silent tag has been fixed for some entity types it didn't work for before. The team NBT tag now works for all entity types. And projectiles no longer lose their can break components if you save and reload the chunk. Tag news in this version. The convertible to mud and douses fire tag IDs have been changed to fix typos. There are new block tags for which blocks cats can sit on randomly and the blocks cats can lie on. Skulk growth inhibitors are the blocks that prevent skulk from spreading. Some villager-related block tags. Villagers can sleep on bed, and the villager babies can jump on bed to control which types of beds villagers care about. And speeds up zombie villager curing are blocks that, when they exist around a curing zombie villager, ever so slightly speed up the curing process. The height-specific ore replaceables are the blocks that can be replaced by ores and for which, if they end up stone or deep slate variants, depends solely on the Y height in the world. There are also 2 collection tags, the Abandoned Camp structure tag and the Cushions item tag. In custom world generation news, there are more changes to features. There are 2 new placement modifiers. Random Chance takes a chance and either blocks or allows the placement based on that chance. And the Cuboid placement repeats a feature in a cuboid shape. A number of old hard-coded feature types have been removed since they are now implemented as composites of other features. And the Coral Claw and Coral Tree features now have a feature field for the feature they attempt to place in every space of the shape they are placing. The Random Neighbor Spread feature has a typo fix for the field XY offset, which is now called XZ offset. And a fix for the Poplar Trunk Placer, which can now be used with the randomizing sizes properly. Some news for block state providers. There's now a random block provider type that provides a randomly picked entry out of a list or tag. The rotated block provider state field is now another block state provider, and it now works with any block type that has an axis or facing property. You can also give it a set direction to provide. And the copy properties provider source field is now simply called source. And to wrap up, some changes to ore and structure processor rule tests, which have 2 new types, any of and not, which do what it says on the tin. And that finally brings us to the resource pack changes, and let's start with shaders. Resource packs can now define an end of frame post effect, which are applied before all other post effects, and that includes other ones enabled by the new post effect command. If multiple packs define one, the top pack in the stack will win out, like for other types. This post effect is always on. And in item model news, the shade boolean has been replaced by a shade direction override, which is a direction value. And that, finally, is everything from these pack versions. Thank you for watching. My name is Sliced Lime, and I'll see you next time.